Hey guys, Christian Self Help here, back at it with another video. I'm going to talk about the new IFB. This is going to be my last video on the new IFB. What to learn from the fall of the new IFB, where it all went wrong, and what we should learn from it. First off, anything that they say regarding the family, how to treat your wife, how to treat your kids, delete that from your brain. They have no right. Wife beater, child abuser has no right to say anything about how you should raise your kids or how you should treat your wife. Delete that from your brain. And they, this is the thing, they taught a lot of good things regarding Bible prophecy, regarding post-trib, teach King James onlyism. The new IFB was all about super extremes. That's how Pastor Anderson got popular. That's how Stephen Anderson got popular. Can't call him a pastor now. He got popular from posting videos on YouTube of his preaching. It was all about extremism. He was all about getting the views. And yeah, a lot of the stuff he said was right. A lot of the stuff he said still to this day holds up as right. But it was all about getting the views. Instead of just preaching normal stuff. There's a time and a place to talk about certain things. Most of your preaching should be just how people should live their normal lives. Most of our preaching should be how people live their normal life. That's what the majority of the preaching should be. There's times where you got to go into politics. There's times where you got to go into some fad going on right now. And here's the thing. This is why the new FB's lost so much steam. Here's the thing. Haven't you noticed? When the new IFB fell, when Pastor Anderson got exposed for being a wife beater and child beater, the mainstream media didn't pick up on it. The mainstream TV, CNN, Fox News, none of them picked up on it. Because the new IFB has already lost so much of its momentum by constantly repeating the same thing over and over. They just repeating the same things over and over. They repeat post-trib, be King James only, stand against the sodomites, USA Babylon. They've kind of just been repeating the same things over and over, creating this kind of living in this echo chamber. They're all about extremism regarding these certain topics, and they really don't have much to say anymore. That's why when Stephen Anderson got exposed as being a wife beater and child beater, it didn't pop up on CNN, didn't pop up on Fox News. You'd expect, oh, this hate preacher who's been banned from so many countries, who's done all this on all, he's finally being outed as the bad person he was. It's only a bunch of YouTube people talking about it. Why? Because the new IFB has already lost a lot of its momentum. People have already been splitting off from the new IFB. Joe Major split off from the new IFB. All these people already split off from the new IFB. Do not be discouraged from the fall of the new IFB. The new IFB has kind of already fallen. It's lost favor. It's lost popularity. A lot of people don't even know who Stephen Anderson is, if they even remember him. And it's the thing. It's man-centric. It's completely man-centric. Pastor Anderson was put on this pedestal, this standard for new IFB. Being an extremist. He's the GOAT. Just be this super extremist type person, taking these super hard stances all the time and getting up and screaming. And you wonder why so many of your internet followers are Karens. All they know is extremism. And they give a little bit of lip service to being loving, but they mostly just preach a bunch of negative stuff. They mostly just preach a bunch of negative stuff nowadays. It's just kind of just repeat the same thing over and over. Real talk, I was going for Steadfast Baptist Church for quite a while now. I only remember a third of the sermons because he was kind of repeating the same big things. Except when some drama happened, of course, because everybody loves the church drama. And really just like, one, ignore anything they say about the family. Ignore it. And don't be a shock jock. Don't be this super extremist all the time. Because if you take these extreme chances, here's the thing. When Stephen Anderson chose to become friends with that one Calvinist, he looked like a hypocrite in the eye of everyone. Because he took this super hard stance on Calvinism and even say super hard stance against Calvinism, which I don't agree with Calvinism. I think Calvinism is completely unbiblical whatsoever. But the stance he was taking is that he would not have fellowship with any type of Calvinist pastor and stuff. And then he eventually becomes friends with a Calvinist, claiming that the guy's King James only, which he wasn't. And see, the thing, when you take these super hard stances like that, you gotta stick to that. And if you do turn, people are gonna call you out for it. Now, if you're not this super extremist screaming and cussing behind the pulpit all the time, then you don't really have to worry about that backlash. You don't really have to worry about that backlash. So one thing, don't be an extremist all the time. Don't jump to conclusions all the time. That's why the new IFB was just full of all these Karens who go out and terrify other churches with their weirdness. And the final lesson is don't be so man-centric. Don't put him up on this pedestal. That's why his ego inflated. And there's the whole thing. It's like, he's trying to gaslight everybody saying, well, if I'm unqualified, then I was always unqualified. God is long-suffering. He knew what you were doing, and he gave you space to repent because you were doing great works for the Lord. His patience ran out. His patience ran out. Don't be so man-centric all the time. Don't just... The new FB really was a cult of personality. Those are the things that we should learn from this. See you guys later. God bless you.